welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for your beautiful, kind comments. You guys are so kind to me in the comment section. You're so good to each other, and that was really the platform that I really wanted to create, was a space for everybody to come and feel accepted and feel wanted. So thank you guys so much for helping me to create that. A big welcome to all of my new subscribers this month. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of our beautiful soul family, and be sure to drop your comment below for a chance to win a free video reading with me. It's a way for me to give back to my beautiful subscribers as a thank you. So just drop your comment below and hit your notification bell and your like button. It will help me to bring you more content, and it will help me to notify you if you are chosen the winner. Now, I will notify you if you are chosen the winner through the comment section, but I make it very clear on how to connect with me via one of the links in my underneath any of my videos. So there are people who are posing as the Tarot Cottage on Instagram, here on YouTube as well, a lot of spam content. So please be sure to protect yourself and reach out to me if you are unsure if someone who is posing as the Tarot Cottage is actually me or not. I just want to make sure that you're all protected and safe. I would hate to see anybody taken advantage of. Now, if you have come across my channel for the very first time, we would love to have you join us as well. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and drop your comment below so that I can get a chance to perhaps read for you as a personal reading if you were chosen the winner. But get cozy, pull up a chair, get some snacks, and we're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather here together. For today's pick a card topic, we're looking at a person on your mind and what are they dying to say to you about their feelings right now? What do they want to get off their chest? What is eating them up inside that they want to express to you? We have 3 piles to choose from here. Pile number 1 with the hematite, and this is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck that I'm using this morning, but pile number 1 with the hematite, pile number 2 with the green, I'm not sure what this one is, I forget what it's called. We have the blue aragonite as well for pile number 3. I don't remember what this one's called, but I'm going to try to remember, and I'm going to put it in the comment section below. So pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. There may be a message waiting today from Spirit, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, it's all about what the person on your mind is dying to say to you right this moment. What do they wish they could tell you in this moment? What are they feeling the pressure to say? Pile number 1. Hi, pile 1. You are drawn to the hematite. And this is your reading. What is the person on your mind dying to say to you right this second about their feelings for you? We have by the book was the card that you were drawn to, number 11. You can see that all of these elephants here, they're all linked up. All of their trunks are down, which does give me a feeling of not a lot of luck on our side. So this person could be in a situation at this time that has kind of sealed their fate when it comes to their ability to achieve something with you, because there's something about their position that doesn't allow them freedom of some kind. They could be leading others. There could be a workplace connection here too. This could be somebody that's like a boss figure or something for someone watching, because it almost feels authoritative, like they're at the helm of something, the helm of a family, the helm of a business or something like that. And they're the type that goes by the book. They're the type that will often listen to what the collective tells them they should do. There's somebody who has clicked off all of the boxes when it comes to what abundance looks like in life, but there's something lacking here. And that's what they really want to communicate, is that I've done everything right in life, or so they've told me, but why do I still feel this lack? Why do I still feel like luck is not on my side? So there could be something, again, about an attachment to you in the work realm. So this person could be a boss or somebody who works with you, because there's this shade of gray. I'm just looking at the desert, but also underneath the sand, you can start to see a checkered board start to form underneath. So there's like a back and forth flirtation that could be happening, but it's like I have to be careful about the practical steps that I take. I have to carefully tread here with the thirst that they're feeling. So let's take a look and see, what are they dying to say to you? Pile number 1. I am dealing with collective energy, so be sure to take what resonates and leave what does not. What are they dying to say, please? We have the Page of Pentacles. The 3 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. They're already talking about opportunity. They really want, I feel like they've built a lot in their life. If you look at the Page of Pentacles, you can see this big grove of trees here in the background, but then there's an empty field over here. But then there's this mountain. It's like I have to climb an emotional mountain to go into an opportunity with you, and it feels a little bit risky. And so they're really talking about how they want to say anything to you that is emotional. They want to say anything to you that can tap into the desires that they actually feel, because I feel like they have to be really proper when it comes to you, or when it comes to the desires around you. They're kind of afraid to say what they want to say. They would like to be in a relationship with you. They would like to see where that could go, because they feel a connection with you. But I also feel like they fantasize a lot about you. I'm looking at him with one hand on one of those wands, and there are these two other wands behind him that he's completely ignoring. So there's this feeling about wanting expansion, but it being so much easier to just fantasize about that expansion than to run with that spark. And they also want to say that they're kind of afraid. They know that they're responsible for their own position. They're a very intelligent person. They could be a Libra. Very intelligent person. They're like, I know that I've put myself in this position with you. I know that. And I know that I have to push myself out of it, but I'm afraid to. There's something about insecurity or attachment that's stopping them. They could be worried about the opinions of other people, but what they really want to say to you is how much you inspire them, how much they are attracted to you, how creative you are, how abundant you are. There's an emphasis here on the seduction element of you too, how you're a temptation. And they wish that they could express that to you, about how they want to be more generous with their compliments, but they feel like it's not correct, it's not proper. We have the Sun, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. This definitely feels like it could be a very strong aspect towards the work realm. So this person could be someone who works with you. They could be a boss. Maybe you're their boss. But they also want to say that you distract them in that environment, and that they've been feeling this way about you for a really long time. This is not just a one-off. This is not just, you know, every so often you pop into my mind. This is me thinking about you all the time. Oops. And it's been, I feel like it's almost been years that they've known you. It's like I've known you for a long time. And so this thirst has just been developing more and more and more. They also wish that they could say to you that you make them feel really vulnerable when they're with you. It's like if you're a really strong person, if you're really kind of focused, if they're focused, when they get around you, it's like I'm seeing somebody giggling a lot, or so somebody who gets really nervous. And they wish that they could tell you the truth. They wish they could find the courage to push this wheel forward and tell you the truth. But they're concerned about their integrity. They're concerned about their environment and their responsibilities. They're also taking a very slow approach because of those things, because they don't want to create a lot of upheaval. There's the Tower, there's the Devil. So Capricorn energy, but I also feel, again, position's a very important thing to this person. So this Tower is representing the truth of how they feel and how that could blow the lid off of everything. And it doesn't have to be commitments to other people, but it could be. So please take that as it resonates to your situation. We have here the High Priestess, the Divine. They also want you to know that they've been hiding these feelings for a really long time, and they wonder, it's like they want more information about you. They're dying to know more about you. I'm just focused on the vine. It's like, I just want to get to know more about you. I want to feed my curiosity. But then I look at this Magician, and it's a rabbit, which is curious, and it's a sensual energy for me, because it wants to go towards fertility, you know? And then there's these two hands that look like they're bloodied, or they look like they're all black. And I think about that Fiona Apple song that says, my hands are too dirty to hold. And so they're afraid of the natural consequences that could kind of come for them if they were to take a step towards you or express themselves to you. And like, that's what they're afraid of. It's like, I'm afraid of my feelings for you. I'm afraid that it's like you're untouchable in some way. There's something about you that you're not supposed to be wanted by this person. You're untouchable in some way, but they're dying to touch you anyway. Like, I'm a mess. I keep hearing that lyric, I'm a mess you don't want to clean up. These hands are too dirty to hold. Like there's a mess that we won't want to clean up. And we have the Eight of Wands here, the Eight of Bones. There is a very fiery physical element to this person's discussion over you and what they're dying to say. I'm trying to keep it very PG so that YouTube doesn't flag me or anything, but there's a very strong sensual message here about pressure building to say something, to act. That there's still bone, and I reference that a lot because I always think of that when I see the bone, and there's always bones to pick here. But there's also something very literal about that. You have the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Bones. And even though reality gets in the way of this situation and their reality gets in the way, it doesn't seem to stop them. They're like, I just can't seem to stop looking at you. I just can't seem to stop holding on to hope for this. I just can't seem to stop wanting this connection, even though truly it's kind of getting exhausting to have so much focus on something and not receiving any sort of peace about the situation. Because I keep thinking about like a fight or flight response. That's what's happening inside of me right now, is this sense of like when you plunge yourself into ice cold water, eventually you have to bring yourself back to an equilibrium, and they don't get that satisfaction of coming out of the water. And here's the Ten of Pentacles. Now, they hide how they truly feel because of their environment, because of their investments. And this could, again, be in the work realm. I think that they are perhaps connected to your work realm, but they also may have other commitments. And it does bring us back to your original card pull of this by the book, because you can see this person's leading. There's like this leadership energy. It's this family of elephants. And we have a little child even. So there could be children involved. So please take that as it resonates. Back of the deck is the Queen of Wands and the Three of Swords. And what they really want to say is that despite the fact that they're not supposed to, they do want you so much. There's so much strong force. It's like a moth to a flame, and they feel drawn to you. And it's almost kind of devastating. They don't want to hurt other people. They don't want to hurt themselves. They don't want to hurt you. But they're like, for now, I'm the only one that has to suffer. I'm the only one that feels like I have to suffer. And they're keeping you waiting. I do feel like there could be a third party here, maybe for you or for them or both, most likely for them, because it's all over the reading. And I got accused one time of just like talking about third party all the time, but it's not my fault. If it's what's happening, it's what's happening. So we have this Queen of Wands being kept waiting, and they know that they're keeping you waiting, but they also feel drawn to you. You could be a fire sign. You could be the Leo energy here, because they're saying that you're like the sun. You're like the sun, but if they get too close to it, they're going to get burned, and they're really afraid of that. What are they dying to say, please, to pile number one? Ooh, we have power, Toni Morrison. And so now they're trying to figure out if they have the control, the power, the strength to be able to create change. They also are afraid of spilt milk, making a mistake. And they're focusing right on this bread that's been sliced. Like, you're the best thing since sliced bread. It's like you don't even see it, but you're the best thing since sliced bread. Or maybe you do see it, because you should with this Empress energy. We also have Justice reversed, Identity reversed, and Trickery reversed. Oh my goodness. Back of the deck is the Snail. So a very slow approach, acting at a snail's pace, like the Knight of Pentacles. Now the Justice is reversed. We have the Justice energy as by the book, because it doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair that they're stuck in the situation that they're in. It doesn't feel fair that they can't express themselves. And it's because their identity is going to be judged or referenced, or they're going to be put underneath some sort of observant block where everybody judges their situation. So it's like they self-sabotage their own desires by staying put and by not reacting to the pressure that is forming when it comes to you. And so it's like their approach that they're taking towards you definitely feels like a snail's pace. Let's get a couple of message cards here. What are they dying to say, please? At this moment, they definitely want you in a very real way. But they don't know if they have the strength or the ego to be able to accomplish what they want, because there could be attachments here. And they worry a lot about losing the opportunity. They worry a lot about the connection itself. about taking action and the results, and they feel kind of guilty or they feel wrong for liking you the way that they do or for wanting you in the way that they do. It says here, I still don't have all of the answers. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. And we have Ace of Cups reversed. Oh my goodness. They do feel really intensely for you though. It says, I'm coming, trust. And I will say this, they are holding on with the Nine of Cups or Nine of Wands here. The I still don't have all the answers is definitely them in this Two of Swords energy and them not knowing what to do. It's like, I don't know how to get myself out of this without creating that Tower moment. And so they don't have the ability to commit, but they also don't have the ability to clear you out of their system either. Ooh. Addicted to you. Number 15. I pretend that I don't care about you, but I really, really do. So they are wearing a lot of masks in the environment that they know you from as well. I spend a lot of time daydreaming about you, fantasizing about this connection. I'm thinking a lot about the day that we first met. They're very nostalgic when it comes to you. You may consider this person a friend in your environment. I feel like you would know who this, I feel like you would consider them a friend. Can we start over? It was coming in reverse because they don't know if it's possible for themselves at this point. I am aglow with thoughts of you. And you have no idea what you do to me. In a perfect world, it is you and it is me. And back of the deck says, I hope you haven't forgotten all about me. I'm wearing a mask. Have you forgotten me? Do you feel the same way? They don't know how you're feeling, so they feel kind of anxious about that. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What was the very last thought that this person had about pile 1 in the bowl? Woo! 7 of Swords, the 4 of Wands reversed. 7 of Swords is secrecy and kind of making off with something that doesn't really belong to us sometimes. It is a request for honesty here, and they were really thinking in a very secret way about taking action or speaking their truth to you in some way, but there's a lot of stress associated with it, and they don't want to create disappointment or pain for anybody. The 4 of Wands reversed for me does talk about conflicts within the home, if they were to enter into this spark that exists between the two of you. It's like arguments, conflict. And how their desire for you could create such. We have A and T. We do have a tangled heart here with the baby steps of the baby feet, I think, of children. We also have here a little, I think it's a little girl on a bicycle. So there could be a little child. We also have the butterfly of transformation. There's also a reference to the past. So I don't know if you guys have known each other for a really long time. We have the stethoscope, hospital, nursing connection, but a blocked heart chakra. We have the 5 of Cups. So a lot of regret coming from this person about choices that they've made. A lot of feelings of loss. It's like they feel like whatever environment they're in has not allowed them to have the freedom to come towards you. And some of their hope is waning that could change. We have the burnt out sun. We have the shamanic feather for healing, and we have the pearl of wisdom. So somebody who you would consider really smart and really consider wise. And I feel like there could be somebody who is working for this person, like you could be working for them. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. I'm praying for you. If it does, please drop your comment below if you would like a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so that I can enter you in and then notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my links for Etsy below for a personal reading or for Instagram. But I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the green malachite or to this little card, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, what are they dying to say to you right now about their current feelings for you? So you were drawn to the unfinished symphony card. So this big blue egg of potential. I think about the robin, I think of springtime, and so robin could be a very important name for you actually, but it doesn't have to be, of course. But I think potential with the egg. So it has to be incubated, it has to be cared for. And so there's a lot that hasn't been said, there's a lot that hasn't been done, a lot of action that hasn't been taken here, and they don't feel like it's over. So there's something unfinished about this connection that they want to talk to you about. So what are they dying to say to you today? Let's take a look here. What does pile 2's person wish that they could say right this moment? What are they dying to say about their current feelings and thoughts surrounding pile 2? The Seven of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. The Seven of Cups. They're dying for reunions, actually. It's what they want to say. It's like, it's not over for me, and it can't be over for me because we have a lot that we need to clear out. We have a lot that we need to go over, because there's a lot of confusion between the two of us. And I feel like this could have been a friendship that didn't evolve, and it needs to evolve, or it needs to have clarity over why that evolution never happened. They're kind of stuck in that conflict of like, this had so much potential. You're so special to me. You're so different from everything that I've experienced in life. And that's why I need to circle back around to this potential, because I'm so confused by it, because I've explored options in the world. I've explored them, and they've left me always circling back to you. So why is that? And so they're conflicted by it. The Seven of Wands is this, you can see it's a badger and a fox. It's like my clarity, my logic takes a back seat to this intense connection that I feel, and it's constantly nattering at me. It's like it's gnawing at my system. And there has to be a reason for that. Like they feel so intensely about it. There's also an emphasis on reunions. So you guys may be in separation right now, or it could just be an emotional separation, but there's an emphasis on reunions and friendship here. And actually supplying the full spectrum to how they truly feel, because they felt like they were so passive in the past, and they're like, I'm ready to take a stand. I want to take a stand. I want to be more active so that I can protect this important connection. They realized, though, that they were protecting the wrong thing. They were protecting themselves in the past, and that didn't help them get anywhere. All they did was stay exactly the same. We have the Hanged Man, and we have the Seven of Swords. Oh. And, you know, the Hanged Man is them kind of surrendering to the facts of the situation of like, yes, I had masks on. I'm not denying that. And it's like they're kind of kicking themselves, but now it's like they want to rectify everything. It's like, I want to make change here. And I will say, the Moon, I feel like they've been dreaming about you. It's like I can't even sleep when I'm around thinking about this connection. But they're also talking about revelations that are in store for them, things that are going to be revealed to you, things that they want to reveal to you about their masks being worn, about taking those masks off. And it's like it's like they've kept you waiting, and they feel like you've kept them waiting with honesty. Or for honesty, because they're hoping that it's like there's unfinished symphony, and either I need to take a stand to gather up that information, or you need to come and be honest and take your masks off, because I want clarity. And it's like they finally surrendered to the truth of this connection that they had been ignoring, or that they had turned their gaze away from in the past as well. Can we clarify the Seven of Wands, please? What are they dying to say to pile number 2, the Death energy? It's almost like they are refusing to close out this cycle until they get this information. It's like, until I know for sure, I'm always going to have this attachment. There's always going to be this thing hanging in the balance of unfinished potential between the two of us. And so it's like, I just got to know, do you feel the same way that I feel? Do you even consider me? Because they don't even know how you feel about them. And that's another aspect of what they want to say to you, is they want clarification from you. It's like, how do you feel about me? Are you as confused as I am? Because the fact is that if this was a friendship, they're like, I had so much more attraction for you than that. I still have so much more attraction for you. But I was really afraid to take action because I didn't know if you were going to be there to support me, or if you were going to be someone who rejected me. And now they're being driven by this thirst, and they feel so thirsty for you. They also want to say that they have been lying. They have been keeping their truth to themselves. But that they always kind of had this feeling. They always had this feeling about you. They always had this feeling about this connection. We have the Page of Swords. They also want to say that if you're in disconnect from this person, that they are keeping a bit of a tab on you. They also reminisce a lot about the times that the two of you spent together in school or in some sort of work realm, educational realm. They reminisce a lot about that. And that they've grown up. They want to say that I've grown up, I've changed. I don't know if you'll even like the person that I've become, but I've grown up and I've changed. We have the Four of Swords and we have the Eight of Pentacles. They also want to say that if given the opportunity to take their masks off, if something was revealed to them about you, that they would be willing to put the effort in now. They would be willing to put the effort into what they needed to do. We have the Three of Wands and we have the Wheel of Fortune, because it's not over. They're still holding on to the hope of this connection. There's the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Pentacles. I feel like this person is just waiting for an opportunity to reach out to you. So if this is in disconnect, Spirit says that they're saying to you, it's only a matter of time. I'm working up my courage to take my mask off, and I want to reveal something to you in the future. And this revelation could be exactly a turn of events in your favor, if you want it to be, of course, but a turn of events in this connection that provides a new opportunity, because they are emphasizing clarity. It's like, I want the story straight from you. I want to look you in the eye and I want to say, how do you feel about me? And I want to tell you how I feel about you. And they're saying that if they had an opportunity towards reunions, they wouldn't miss that chance. They wouldn't miss that chance to have the opportunity to clarify how they truly feel about you. What are they dying to say, please? They just really want to say, I want more. I want more. I feel like we're destined for more, is what they want to say. We have here the Tree reversed. And as I said, I feel like they have gone out into the world, they've explored their options, and that has left them feeling very hollow. These roots are very, very shallow on this tree. And the roots of the tree are supposed to be like 3 times as long, as strong as what we see above the earth. And so what they've experienced has left them feeling hollow. And so now they go back to their roots. They go back to the past when it comes to you. And they do want to explore you in a physical way. If it was friendship, it was very innocent in nature. They had a lot of fun with you in the past, and they want to seal that deal. It's like they want to take action in a very physical way towards you. In a perfect world, that would happen. And I feel like they tried a lot of times in the past to try to tell you how they felt, or to even signal or allude to their feelings. But we have the Noose. It's like self-sabotage, fearing that I've made a mistake, holding myself back as well. What are they trying to say, please? Yeah, Ram. I was a stubborn person in the past. There is very strong Taurus energy here, fire energy as well, Scorpio, but a very stubborn person. We have here Peacock, beware of great pride. And they said there's so much thirst here. Here's the camel, here's the harp. And I often say this, there's the rat. I often say this, that the harp reminds me of that cartoon with Mickey Mouse and the giant, because I always think of the harp woman, and even see this harp looks like a creature. And so she talked about how to find the key, you have to look in the left breast pocket, and that's where the heart lies. And so there's an aspect of, to see the truth of how I felt, we had to look beyond my appearances. We had to look beyond my stubbornness, my ego, to see the truth. And now I'm drowning in thirst. I have to endure in my thirst because of this rat, because of the ego working against me. It says here's someone working against you behind your back, and it was their own confidence. It was the rat. And now it gnaws at them. What do they wish that they could say? What are they dying to say? Pile number 2, please. That they want to see you again. They want to extend an offer. And I feel a very strong momentum in this pile for you, pile 2, about movement in the future. That this unfinished symphony that you were drawn to could be an implication of more to come. Because Spirit is asking you to kind of wait and surrender to what's going to be revealed to you in this connection. That it doesn't feel over. And this person also wants to see you, meet up with you. There's an observance of friendship, and how you've made them feel so much joy in the past, or you gave them this sense of levity in the past. And they want a new phase. They want to rekindle. They want a growth. They want a phoenix rising when it comes to this connection. And we have here sabotage. It's coming in reverse though. Sabotage, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. And that's what they're doing. They're like, I'm working on myself. I've been working on myself. I'm not the same person that I was. And now I feel like I have the courage to create change within the dynamics of this friendship, because we have relationship evolving to the next phase. They've healed their inner child, they've made progress, and now they want growth, they want more. What are they dying to say, please? It could be that they're so anxious to say this because they are in this mode of like wanting more in this moment, wanting to expand. What do you even see in me? They want to know how you feel. They want to know what your impression is. Do you even like them the same way that they like you? Do you feel that same intensity? I want to grow old with you. The Ten of Pentacles. But I'm patiently waiting for the right time. And I feel like they were patiently waiting for the right time in the past as well, but it's not over. It's like I feel like they're waiting for the right time to say something to you, to reveal something to you at this very present moment. Because I have an idea, I have an emerging creative initiation that I want to bring forward. I have the spark is there, and I want to run with it. And I want to give you just as much as you give me. And there is communication coming in for you in the future of this connection, I feel. I didn't want you to rely on me, the Three of Pentacles. And then we have, it is easier to fantasize than makes it real, but it's the Seven of Cups reversed again, because I feel revelations are coming in for you, pile 2. Revelations are coming in for you. Let's get some little written cards here. What are they dying to say, please? The pile number 2, right this moment, about their current feelings, their intentions. Oh, we got some falling here. We have, I'm so jealous of everybody that's around you. Very jealous person, especially in the past of this connection. We don't always get what we want, and they've recognized that. We have mirrored soul paths. They're recognizing that right now with the thirst that they feel in the present moment. It says here, this is heartbreaking. And I have been deceitful. It's like they have worn masks. They have not been honest with how they truly feel. And they want to rectify that situation. I want you to be happy. Are you? Are you happy in the path that you've chosen? 11:11, the angels are singing. So twin flame energy, feeling very mirrored. It took some time, but I do see clearly now. We also have here, I am focused on my priorities right now, but somehow I am going to make this happen. They do know that perhaps right this moment is not the time to be able to take action. It says this stresses me out on the back of the deck, but they're waiting for the perfect time. And I do feel a lot of momentum for the future of your connection. So this person could make some sort of contact with you. They could, there could be further conversations that do occur in this connection in the future. Let's get a clarifying charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What was the very last thought the pile 2's person had about pile 2 in the bowl? Whoop, there we go. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So it does feel like it's in separation right now. We have the 7 of Swords reversed. And it's like somebody in the past, again, it could have been a friendship. They were afraid to get caught for how they felt. They were afraid to get caught. And that could be why they're patiently waiting, because I am dealing with collective energy. So I have a lot of different scenarios floating in and out as far as energies in the room. And so for someone watching, they're patiently waiting for the right time because they don't have the clearance right now. For others, they're just waiting to have the courage to step outside of themselves and say, this is how I feel. But I feel there's a planning, intentional energy coming in with the Hermit. And I feel like they know they have to take careful baby steps there, but they have intentions towards clarity. And they were thinking about that. They know that now's not the time, but they do have intentions. We have the letter S. We do have 3 music notes. I do think of third party, which is interesting because you guys were drawn to the Unfinished Symphony, which is all about the music. Musical energies could be a big way that connects you to this person. We do have a heart-shaped stethoscope, so it could be a hospital nursing connection or a blocked heart chakra. We have here the glasses, somebody who wore glasses, but there's also a school connection here. We have the Tree of Life reverse, so family. 9 of Swords, overthinking. I'm sorry, the 10 of Swords, so somebody who has an over-emotional response to the obstacles that can kind of get in our way. We do have the Black Star. There's an aspect about depression or sadness or something kind of influencing their momentum right this moment. We have the Divine Feminine with a ring around it. I there could be commitments for the divine feminine, and we have acoustic guitar, a musical element, and about going off of vibrations and acoustics, not really communicating, but perhaps communicating through the spiritual realm or through music as well. You may have even bonded through music in the past too. But that is what I have for you today, pile 2. If it resonated with you, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free tarot reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell. You can check out my links for Etsy for a personal reading or for Instagram. But come back to the Tarot Cottage anytime you want. I would love to see you, and please have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the blue aragonite, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, what are they dying to say to you about their current feelings right this moment? You were drawn to the truth be told card, number 14. And there's masks being worn here. There's the owl, I think, of air elements, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Now, one of the things that this person is dying to say is the truth. They're dying to tell you how they truly feel and to take those masks off. They also feel like it's taking them way too long to take those masks off. They thought that the logical thing to do with you was to take their time until they felt really secure, really sure about your feelings. And they're starting to realize that that logic is kind of keeping them from what they really, really want. Some of the hope that they're having in the delays is starting to wane because some of their confidence in the delay that they're creating is starting to wane too. So let's take a look here at what they want to say to you. I don't know which deck I want to use for this. I'll use the Kawaii Tarot. What are they dying to say to you at this very moment about their current feelings for you? Pile number 3. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 9 of Cups. Oh, this person is crushing on you so, so hard. It's like they just want their wishes fulfilled and they just feel so much obstacle, but they're the ones who are being so complacent. They're creating the obstacles here because of fear, and they just want to let you know that just because they're delaying doesn't mean that they don't have feelings for you, because the truth is that they are taking a very slow approach, but it's because they have so much desires and wishes wrapped up in you. They're crushing so, so hard on you. We have the 4 of Coins. And look at all the little rabbits poking their heads out around the foliage underneath. And sitting in front of them is this toadstool. And I think about very slow growth with the mushroom. And these rabbits of curiosity, and somebody who just really wants to say, you know, I've always had these feelings for you. I've always been really curious about this connection. And I've had so many fantasies about you, but I'm so insecure about what it would be like to actually apply a force towards you. This person dreams about building a life with you, though. It's not just a crush situation where they're interested in fire. Like, their fantasies surround being in a partnership with you. It feels very kind of innocent in nature. Could be the choice of deck that I'm using that's influencing that, though. And I looked at the hamster, and Spirit talked about the wheels turning. So they're like, I'm always like, my mind is always amazed when it comes to you. My wheels are always turning. I'm always thinking about you. And they want to kind of reveal their truth, because I'm looking at all of these little presents and they're all wrapped up. It's like, I have a gift to give you, and it's the truth of how I feel. But they also want to say that what kind of impedes them from taking that mask off is not being sure how you feel about them. Do you feel the same way? Because there's a fear associated with loss, practical loss. And as I'm looking here at this octopus, there's all of these tentacles that are holding on to the pearls of wisdom, holding on to the starfish, which is all about healing, holding on to the vine, which, you know, asks us to seek out more information. And so that's really what they want. They're like, I really want to know, where do you stand with me? How do you feel? They're kind of intimidated by you because they put you up on such a high pedestal. Even here on the back of the deck, the Queen of Wands, it's a hedgehog. She's prickly. You know, if you touch a hedgehog the wrong way, you could poke yourself. And so there's such an uncertainty about your clarification and how you feel, because sometimes they feel so close to taking action. They feel so confident. And then there's something that happens that steals their confidence. This doesn't feel like it's necessarily in disconnect or anything either. It feels like this person's a part of your life, or they see you regularly in some way, but they're so confused. They're like, I don't know how you feel. Please tell me how you feel. They also are dying to tell you how attractive they find you. It's like they just want you to know that, you know, you stop traffic. The Queen of Pentacles is gorgeous. The Queen of Pentacles works on herself. She prioritizes her own health. She's gorgeous. And so they really want to express that to you. Now, you don't have to be a queen. Of course, this is all about energy. It has nothing to do with gender. You could be the King of Pentacles and you're still gorgeous. It doesn't matter. They want to express that to you. We have the Ten of Wands and we have the Devil. Now, the Ten of Wands has this little beaver. And I think about workplace connections. So this person, for someone watching, could be in the workplace for you. But you can see he's holding up all these candies, and it's such a burden that they're carrying. They're carrying such a burden because they have a lot of responsibilities perhaps on their shoulders in reference to their responsibilities. And overall, they're just really insecure to take that leap of faith. Now, because I'm dealing with collective energy, there's going to be different reasons why your respective people are going to be hesitant to take down these wands and to enter into the unknown with you and take these masks off. Some of these reasons within the Devil, the Ten of Wands, the Fool, could be commitments, could be your commitments, could be their investments at work, but there are practical elements that they feel like get in the way, either on your end or their end, that confuse and clutter up the mess or clutter up the opportunity. It's like they just want to express how they feel, but they also know that maybe now is not the time. But the longer the delay, the harder it is for them to express themselves. They also want to admit that I have been lying. I have been lying here. Sometimes I'm not even honest with myself because that allows me to be more complacent towards you. It's like if I can just turn my gaze away from it, out of sight, out of mind, then I don't have to feel the pressure to act. They also, for someone watching, they're saying that it makes me feel like I'm trying to steal somebody away from something else. It's like I feel like a thief in the night. So they're talking about integrity now and how an attraction to you kind of implements or indicates a bit of a moral dilemma for someone watching. Again, that won't resonate with everyone. Please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not. And you know what they consider themselves is that if they put you up on the pedestal, they consider themselves, like they just called themselves Aladdin. They just said, I'm like Aladdin. I'm like a diamond in the rough. So maybe I'm not good enough for you yet, but just give me some time. They're like, I'm a diamond in the rough. And this person, they may consider you a friend. I feel like there's a lot of flirtation between the two of you as well. So even if there's commitments on either end, there's still flirtation that happens with this person. And you might consider them kind of a friend or friendly in the very least. I don't feel like you guys are bosom buddies, but I think that there's a friendly vibe surrounding the two of you. Because they're like, I'm a diamond in the rough if you just give me a chance. Here's the Page of Cups. There's also a lot of kind of innocence surrounding your connection too. So they're like, they could even be like an innocent person, or they could be somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience when it comes to relationships. And that's perhaps part of the burden as well for someone watching. You have the Knight of Cups. And they just also want to say that they care so much about your opinion of them. It's like, I care so much about this opinion. It's like, this is the type of person that would be very, very generous to you in a relationship dynamic. They care so much about your opinion. They're like, I would do anything to make you happy. It's like, because you make me feel so vulnerable. It's like their confusion about you makes them feel so vulnerable, but also makes them act on their best behavior when they're around you. We have the Six of Pentacles. There could definitely be a workplace connection here. We have the King of Wands and we have the Queen of Wands. And they want to say too that I feel like we are perfect for each other. It's like I feel like we would complement each other very, very much. You have definitely left an imprint on this person as well. There, you can see the tattoo on his hand with the roses of hope. And he's like, I'm not giving up hope. I don't want to put these wands down. I don't want to give up hope. They're recognizing that perhaps now is not the time to kind of create change or implement change in your connection. But they're like, I don't want to give up hope that there could be more here. This Six of Communication, Six of Coins, I'm sorry. It is sort of the Six of Communication though, because look at the letter coming back and forth. It does talk about perhaps workplace elements as well, but how they want to have more honesty between the two of you. Like they want to offer you something. They want to offer you their perspective in hopes that you'll give them their perspective or your perspective of the situation. You could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You don't have to be, of course, but you could also be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, these are powerhouses of divine feminine energy. She is like the sun that we rotate around. She's like everything that we want to be. Every divine feminine wants to be like the Queen of Coins. We have here the intellect, and it's in the reversal. You know, this person doesn't feel like they're good enough for you. It's like they don't feel like... And I feel like this is the type of person that doesn't feel very book smart sometimes, but they are very streetwise. It's like they would perhaps, maybe they're not the type that ever went to university or college, but they are really, really streetwise. But they don't think of themselves as very intelligent. They're also saying, you can see that there's this eye she's holding on to a volcano that's erupting. And so there's this volcanic pressure. There's this pressure building inside of them to tear their masks off and to just take action now. We have the Page of Cups that just wants to spring up out of the blue. And sometimes they feel impulsive towards that. Like sometimes I just want to pop up out of the blue with this offer for you, but then I let insecurity or our environment or my environment or your environment and the practical concerns to get in the way of that. And they're also talking how it's not very smart to want you in this moment. It's like, it's not very smart to want you or to take my masks off, but it's like, I just want the full spectrum. I just want to look you in the eye. I just want clarity. I want you to have clarity when it comes to how you feel, and I want to know how you feel. We have nostalgia with the milk, and we also have the honeybee coming out here as well, and we have community coming in the reversal. So I feel like there could be a very strong work or community element here. Now, when I say work connection, this could also be kind of embodying around the institutions of churches, any sort of institution where you would spend a lot of your time. For someone watching, there could be a home element connected to this Four of Pentacles, perhaps even for the divine feminine here. So it could be commitments on your end that does impede growth at this moment or does stop them from revealing themselves to you. They're also talking about sweet results that await for the divine feminine, perhaps. So I'm thinking of children, motherhood, fertility. So please take that as it resonates. And they are speaking about how we've kind of woven our own destiny, and now we have to live in the bed that we've made. They also want to bring forward the clarity that you deserve. How do they truly feel, please? What are they dying to say in this moment? Angel. Spiritual guidance and protection from harm, and that this spark exists, and that they feel a certain amount of spiritual connection with you or spiritual love. We also have scales, keeping your life in balance. And if you look at the scales, you can see two cherries in there, two flowers, but two cherries. And there's a temptation surrounding you, and they want to express that. They want to take their masks off, but they can't because of their environment. They can't because of their home realm or your home realm or the work realm or whatever the obstacles are here. They can't say what they feel, but they have so much curiosity towards you. They would love to take this into a new timeline. There could be karmic relationships at play for the divine feminine, however, because we have teardrops, great personal sorrow over a marriage. And they also are dying to say that about how they truly feel about your commitment status. It's like maybe they've been very, they've worn a lot of masks when it comes to how they feel about your position, but they want to tell you that I feel kind of disappointed and sad because of the obstacles that are in place right now. And we have compliments from an admirer, a bouquet, renewal and romance. And they wish that they could be more generous with you and more obvious with how they truly feel about you in this connection too. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, shocking attack. And that is why they perhaps are maintaining the burden of their masks for the time being. But it only feels like for the time being because they don't want to hurt anyone else. They don't want anybody to get hurt. We have heartbroken, and we also have the relationship is over. It says grow and transform your life. Now I think about the death cycle and the reality perhaps of practical elements, especially within relationships that could be in place that may have to be sacrificed if we want to have any kind of results in this environment. But that's really kind of what burdens them as well, and why they still maintain their masks. Let's pull some message cards here to see what are they thinking. What are they dying to say, please? To pile number 3. Just wait, please don't give up on me. Just wait on me. Even though now's not the time and I have to show patience to take my masks off, to focus on my responsibilities, I have intentions to communicate with you. They have intentions to be more generous with you with some sort of communication or an opportunity, or even here it's a letter. So they may have even like had conversations with you in their mind. They may have even written something out for you. When we first met, I just always had this feeling about you. I have so much gratitude for you. I keep a close eye on your social media. So this person could maybe not even, I feel like you're a part of their life, but they're also keeping tabs on you. They're fueling their curiosity and their desire for you in that way. So an online connection. I was in denial for a very long time, perhaps for as long as they've known you. I feel like they could have known you for a while. Back of the deck says, I do know more than you think because I have been keeping an eye on your social media. What are they dying to say, please, to pile number 3? Whoops. Just going through the motions of life right now. So feeling very humdrum. Here with the Temperance energy, there is a balance energy. It's asking us to find joy in our journey until we can find more positive aspects. I should be satisfied with what I have, but I don't feel satisfied. I just saw you have made me so happy. What are you doing right now? They have a lot of curiosity about you. It's like they always want to keep a tab on you. They always want to know what you're doing, what you're up to. It gives them a sense of control over an uncontrollable situation. We have here, whenever I'm with them, I think about you. So please take that message as it resonates. Whoops. It flew under my bureau. Let's see if I can get it. Could you forgive me? So forgiveness cycle may be required, especially if we have to detach from environments that require careful handling. I know I will love you forever. Oh my goodness, we have a bunch. We have here, I'm worried that this may be one-sided. They want confusion to be lifted. You are my happy place. And then we have here, we look good together. We look really good together. Back of the deck says, reality has hit me like a ton of bricks. The truth of how I feel, the attachment of how I feel has hit them like a ton of bricks. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. What was the very last thought that pile 3's person had about them in the bowl that they wish that they could express? So in the bowl, you have 5 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I don't feel like this is a separation necessarily, although we do have the 5 of Pentacles here. As I'm looking at the 5 of Pentacles, I'm seeing the stained glass in behind, and I'm thinking of the Hierophant. So I'm thinking of the workplace or some sort of institution that you would know this person from. And I think that the both of you are kind of both very equally attracted to each other. You're both on the outside here traveling together. This person doesn't know that you're feeling the same way, however. It's like you're both like the blind leading the blind here. It's like you don't know that the other person's feeling this way, and they don't know that you're feeling similarly as well. They do have, there seems to be an age discrepancy or something. They were really thinking about taking some sort of action towards you, but then they stopped in their tracks because they don't want to create any sort of frustration or upheaval for you. They don't want to create drama for you. And so it could be the Divine Feminine that has a lot to lose in the practical realm. And so they really thought about that in the last thought about you, pile 3. You have the letter G. We also have the letter U in the bowl. We have the hatchet. I do think about the Tree of Life and cutting down something that I've invested in. We have apple. I think of temptation and education. We also have the syringe. I think of addiction. We had the devil energy, so Capricorn. And so there's a essence of this person saying, I'm kind of addicted to you. I feel drawn to you like a moth to a flame. We have 2 butterflies here. And we have the sewing machine. This could be a workplace connection, or it's all about mending and stitching together. It's like stitching together the pieces, taking our masks off so that we can see that both of us are aligned. We do have the world, I think of the internet, but I also think about unfinished business. And we have the white whale tail. So it's about surrendering to the flow and surrendering to clarity. It's like somebody who wants to have masks taken off. They want to know the full spectrum of how you feel so that they can reveal that to you. So that, so that they can make a discernible decisions based on your truth and your clarity. That is what I have for you today, pile 3. My marble is rolling around. But your guides are walking with you. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section. If you feel called to leave me a comment, I'll be able to put your name in for a free tarot reading, for a chance to win a free tarot reading. So be sure to do that. You can also check out my links for Instagram below, or for Etsy for a personal reading. But I hope that you have a great day, and I hope that you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage.